new face of Africa that I'd like to see portrayed, you've got to contextualize what it is all about. Africa's current population sits at 1.1 billion and it's going to grow to 2.3 billion. What's relevant with that is that 60% of the world's growth is going to come out of this continent. And if you contextualize that compared it to Europe, Europe has a population of 750 million and it's going to decline in 2050 to about 730 million. So Africa consists of 54 different countries that have got some with major growth strategies and growth rates above 7% and other that are war-torn and poverty-stricken. And the biggest issue that I believe we have is that intertrade between African countries sits at around 10 to 15%. And if you compare this to Europe and to America, it's 40 to 60%. So if we want to see significant growth, it's about time that African countries start trading between each other and there'll be significant growth. Becoming a Tutu fellow for me is probably significantly different to all other fellows. And I will tell you a story. When I became a fellow, some of my colleagues in my class asked me what I did, and I told them that I helped companies expand into Africa. They started laughing and said, well, where are you from? I felt incredibly embarrassed. And to contextualize this understanding is that the rest of the world, what they think of America is what the rest of Africa thinks of South Africa. And it changed my thinking dramatically into understanding that there are different cultures and different people, and there are 54 significantly different countries with different leaders that I learned about. And my leadership style that's changed with that is far more collaborative without understanding. In addition to that, if you chucked in a class with A-type personalities, it becomes very difficult when everybody always listens to your opinion and suddenly you've got 20 people challenging you. So it helped me listen. It didn't mean that I agreed, but it helped me understand their viewpoint and better debate topics. The challenge that I feel that are faced by the up-and-coming leaders is that Africa's got a history of dictators and presidents that actually never leave. And the new up-and-coming leaders need to understand that this new population growth, where 60% of the world's growth is going to be in the rest of the continent, we need to embrace those individuals and help them to understand that they mustn't vote along just cultural lines or along party lines, but to vote for the best people. Because historically what has happened, tribalism has been very strong across the continent, and it's been represented by leaders that don't necessarily represent the best interests of the entire country. So young leaders are going to have a significant task in changing the thoughts and minds of youngsters coming through the process to be able them to vote for the right party. And it's about the new democracy. It's not about voting for the person you like or the person that's part of your family. It's about voting for the person that's best going to serve the country's interests. What advice would I give to youth from my country, South Africa? Well, this is a topic that I'm incredibly passionate about because South Africa's education has really gone down, and not only just from a qualification perspective, but from the level of the individuals. If you go north of the border from our country, you'll see that a lot of our brothers and sisters have got qualifications that are significantly stronger than ours. So for the youth for today, they really need to study and they need to take education incredibly serious, and understanding that even with all the qualifications in the world, that you may not get a job. So you need to understand that you may also need to try and create work for yourself and understand the culture of entrepreneurship.